Hello, fellow Murdlers! Today is Friday, July 26th, 2024, and it's a great day to solve a murder. Today we have Deductive Logico cracks the case of the Scorpio with the ordinary brick, and we have 3 5x5 grids with suspects, locations, and weapons. Our red murder clue today is a harpoon was used to commit the murder. So we can go ahead and say a harpoon is the murder weapon, and we'll use our clues and evidence in our detective's notebook to figure out who had the harpoon and where they were. Alright, let's meet today's suspects. We have Mayor Honey, Miss Ruby, Senor Emerald, Dean Glaucus, and Baron Maroon. The weapons today are a harpoon, a bear trap, an ordinary brick, an exploding pipe, and an axe. And today's locations are the docks, the ancient ruins, the mysterious mansion, the haunted grove, and the cliffs. Alright, let's dive into our clues and evidence. Dean Glaucus had a medium weight weapon. Okay, so we've got Dean Glaucus here. So let's check out the composite or the weights of the weapons here. So we've got heavyweight, medium weight for the ordinary brick, lightweight for the exploding pipe, and medium weight for the axe. So that means that Dean Glaucus could have either the brick or the axe, so we can cross off the other weapons for Dean Glaucus. A metal detector gave a positive reading on Mayor Honey. Okay, so here's Mayor Honey. Let's look through again. We've got metal, brick, so not the ordinary brick. I'm just going to take a pause and do that. Not the pipe bomb, and possibly the axe. In past puzzles, we've found that the composition saying made of brick or made at least partially of brick, or in this case metal rather, does not necessarily mean that something made exclusively of metal or in part of metal counts or differentiates between the two. So essentially, if it's got metal in the composition, it's fair game for these, as far as we've seen so far at least. So we'll leave these 3 open for Mayor Honey. That's the harpoon, the bear trap, and the axe. A Scorpio had the ordinary brick. Okay, so this is kind of calling back to our title. That does not correspond with the murder weapon today, so it's not the murderer, but the Scorpio with the ordinary brick. So let's look for our Scorpios. Could be Mayor Honey, except not because of the composition, right? Could be it could not be Miss Ruby. Okay, could be Baron Maroon. So we've already eliminated the brick for Mayor Honey. So that means that Baron Maroon had the brick, because these are our 2 Scorpios. So you can put that in. That also tells us that Dean Glaucus's weapon must have been the axe. And I think that's all we have for now. Whoever was in the mysterious mansion was right-handed. So let's see who's right-handed. Left, right, and right. So it's these 3 that could be in the mysterious mansion, I believe. Just gonna double check. Yes. Okay, so we're going to cross off Mayor Honey and Senor Emerald for the mysterious mansion. Okay, here we have an anagram. The something suspect. The other suspect with the same height as Dean Glaucus was seen hanging around on the cliffs. Okay, so who is the same height as Dean Glaucus? We've got 5'6", 6'2", 6 feet, and 5'6". Okay, so Miss Ruby must have been on the cliffs. Okay. Forensics determined a weapon made at least partially out of brick was present on the docks. Okay, so let's see. I think it's just the brick that's made out of brick, but let's just double check. Yes, okay. So the brick was on the docks, which means Baron Maroon must have also been on the docks. Right? This fingerprint was found by the ancient ruins. Okay. Looking for like these kind of 2 short ones here. That's going to be Mayor Honey. Mayor Honey by the ancient ruins. Okay, so that means that it's one of these 2 for the ancient ruins. So we can cross off these weapons there. Either a bear trap was on the cliffs, possible, or Senor Emerald brought an axe, not possible. So that means Miss Ruby must have had the bear trap, which leaves the harpoon for Mayor Honey. That means Mayor Honey is our murderer today. So we've got Mayor Honey with a harpoon. by the ancient ruins. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these over, but before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and fill out the rest of this, so we make sure we have all the information we need. Okay, so again, because of the second half of this, Senor Emerald bringing an axe, we know that Dean Glaucus had the axe, so that tells us that that part can't be true, so the bear trap must have been on the cliffs. We know Miss Ruby's on the cliffs, so that means Miss Ruby with the bear trap on the cliffs is the answer there. And that left only the harpoon as the possible weapon for Mayor Honey at the ancient ruins, so that means Mayor Honey is our murderer today. That also will mean that Senor Emerald had the exploding pipe bomb, or the pipe, whatever it is, and was, let's see, in the Haunted Grove, and that will put Dean Glaucus in the Mysterious Mansion, and there's everything all filled out and looking good. So again, we have Mayor Honey with a harpoon by the ancient ruins. Let's go ahead and see if we were right. All right, we were right. Thanks so much for playing along with me today. I hope this was a helpful walkthrough, and we'll see you tomorrow.